In October 2022, Konami announced several new Silent Hill games, one of which is a remake of Silent Hill 2. Released all the way back on September 24, 2001, Silent Hill 2 is regarded by many as the best survival horror game ever made. With its intense storyline, complex emotional themes, and unforgettable soundtrack, it's safe to say that Silent Hill 2 is a veritable work of art. For this reason, successfully transposing all the game's nuances and complexity won't be an easy task. It's therefore understandable that many fans are apprehensive about Team Bloober's ability to ensure that nothing is lost in translation. While it may be possible to update graphics and even improve gameplay, giving the source material the respect it deserves and recapturing the essence of Silent Hill 2 is another matter entirely. Can Team Bloober deliver the goods, or are their efforts in vain? Let's find out. In order to get a better idea of Bloober Team's competency, it's important to look at their history. Bloober Team has been around since 2008, so that's well over a decade of experience. However, just having existed for 10 years doesn't make you a pro or even competent. So from the looks of things, Bloober Team have created 15 games to date. More than half of these games were released between 2010 and 2013, and everything prior to 2016 isn't in the genre of psychological horror. So maybe you disagree with this, but I'm not actually going to count those. That leaves us with 5 titles, namely Layers of Fear, Observer, Layers of Fear 2, Blair Witch, and The Medium. So Layers of Fear was released in 2016 and currently holds a very positive rating on Steam. It seems like most fans praise the game for its visuals, atmosphere, and overall scariness. However, I must point out that most fans say that Layers of Fear is more of an interactive story than an actual game. But before jumping to any conclusions, bear in mind that Layers of Fear was actually heavily inspired by PT, the playable teaser for the now cancelled Silent Hills. In fact, Layers of Fear was once described as PT on drugs. Now, I don't know about you, but this actually gives me more confidence in Bloober Team's ability to pull off the Silent Hill 2 remake. For this reason, let's award Bloober Team a point in their favour. Alright, so next on our list is 2017's Observer. This cyberpunk psychological horror game starring the inimitable Rutger Hauer also holds a very positive rating on Steam, albeit not quite as high as Layers of Fear. It looks like the majority of negative reviews are performance related, and it also seems like some fans are a little more than annoyed with Bloober Team for how they handled the release of 2020's Observer System Redux. While all of this is very unfortunate, the majority of fans still agree that Observer is a good game. And while it may not be as good as Layers of Fear, I'm still going to give Bloober Team another point. The next game in our analysis is 2019's Layers of Fear 2. Now this particular offering has a mostly positive rating on Steam, with recent reviews being mixed. Granted, it is a sequel to Layers of Fear which did extremely well, but the word that comes up in almost every single negative review is boring. Now I'm not necessarily saying that Layers of Fear 2 is a bad game, but we're talking about the Silent Hill 2 remake here. We need to hold Bloober Team to a high standard, and mostly positive and boring are not going to cut it. For this reason, this is a point against Bloober Team. Next we have Blair Witch, which was released in the same year as Layers of Fear 2. This is another game from the Bloober Team horror catalog with a mostly positive rating on Steam. Moreover, its Metacritic scores are pretty average. While just about all reviewers praise Blair Witch for its visuals and creepy atmosphere, it looks like it suffers from much the same issues as Layers of Fear 2 does. I'm afraid that in keeping with our high standards, this is yet another point against Bloober Team. So finally, we have 2021's The Medium. This is basically the decider, but you'll be very pleased to know that The Medium has a very positive rating on Steam. This is what I would call Bloober Team's love letter to Silent Hill. It's a third-person psychological horror game, it's got a creepy atmosphere, heck, they even got Akira Yamaoka to work on the soundtrack. While it may not be the perfect game, it seems the majority of fans really love The Medium. So that's another point in Bloober Team's favour. That brings our final score to 3 in favour and 2 against. So my verdict is, I'm cautiously optimistic. If you still have reservations about Bloober Team's abilities, I don't blame you. It's not like they have a ton of award-winning psychological horror games under their belt, and it seems they have a penchant for interactive stories more than actual games. That said, it would be unfair to call these guys amateurs. I mean, they haven't exactly released any bad psychological horror games, and it's very clear they have a love and appreciation of Silent Hill. Also, the success of The Medium bodes well for the Silent Hill 2 remake. If Bloober Team can replicate what they're good at, make improvements in some areas, and treat the remake's source material with the utmost care, then I believe the Silent Hill 2 remake will indeed be a worthy one. But enough from me, I want to hear from you. Do you agree with my analysis? Or have I got it completely and utterly wrong? Please let me know in the comments, because as a Silent Hill fan, I really do want to know. Also, if there's any games or tech or burning questions you may have that you want answered, Let me know what you think I should cover next in the comments. As always, if you haven't already, please give this video a like and make sure you subscribe to the channel so I can keep bringing you videos on a regular basis. That's all from me and the Meta Squad for now. See you in the next video. Later!